Hi, it's Johnny, and tonight I'm going to do the human nature video. First of all, thank you so much for watching the Bedtime Stories reaction and for all your comments. That's so good. Love doing that. I did it Saturday morning, got it out by the evening. Yeah, very satisfying and just a great album that I can now listen to. So yeah, absolute treat. This video I've seen a few times, but literally not since 1995, 94, whenever I would have seen that on MTV. I remember little bits about it, but at the time I wouldn't have understood the context of where it was in a career or anything like that. Whereas here, I'm hoping to pick up on a few things, so let's see.
Express yourself, don't repress yourself. 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 And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. It's you.
Literally manhandling her.
Wouldn't let me say the words I long to say. Didn't want to see life through my eyes. Express yourself, don't repress yourself. You tried to shove me back inside your narrow room and silence me with bitterness and lies.
That mirror bit's incredible.
Did I stay too long? Oops, I didn't know I could speak my mind. What was I thinking? And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. It's human nature. It's human nature.
This is fierce. So at first they were holding her, now she's literally tied to a chair.
Took my words and made a track for silly fools. You held me down and tried to make me break. Express yourself, don't repress yourself. Did I say something true? Oops, I didn't know I could talk about sex. I must have been crazy. Did I have a point of view? Oops, I didn't
She's having so much fun with this, it's great. I'm getting the literal trapped in a box, being placed inside a box thing. The masks are good, I don't remember that at all.
Express yourself, don't repress yourself. 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 Did I say something true? Oops, I didn't know I couldn't talk about sex. Must have been crazy. Did I have a point of view? Oops, I didn't know I could talk about you. What was I thinking? And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
Classic, I remember this bit really well.
It's human nature. And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not your bitch, don't hang your shit on me. It's human nature. And I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing. It's human nature. Would it sound better if I were a man? And I'm not sorry. You're the one with the problem. I'm not your bitch, don't hang your shit on me. Why don't you just deal with it? 'Cause I'm not sorry. Would you like me better if I was? It's human nature. It's human nature. You feel the same way. And I'm not sorry. I have no regrets. I'm not your bitch, don't hang your shit on me. absolutely no regrets.
Awesome, I remember that pretty well. Never sat down to actually watch the whole thing before, so that was an absolute treat. It's like, how many times on a white soundstage can we try and restrain Madonna? We're going to hold her down, we're going to spread her legs open, we're going to actually tie her to a chair. She's, they're in these white boxes, she's got a mask on so you can't actually see her facial expression, it's just a random mask. And the ending's pretty clear, you can't restrain Madonna, she's there shadow boxing like a boxer that's just want to fight. Absolutely no regrets. She couldn't be any clearer. And through the course of the video, she gets to make lots of serious angry points, but also be really funny as well. Lots of goofy faces to the camera. She gets to be a dom as well, so she gets to go in and like spank someone and stuff. It's really funny watching her play with all the different roles that she can. And I've looked it up, and apparently it's directed by a guy called Jean-Baptiste Mondino, and he didn't like to do very much editing, so that's why he had the boxes. Obviously, thematically they work, but he was like, well, if you're in a box, you can just do your choreography in that, and I won't have to edit and do loads of stuff. And it was also inspired by the artwork of someone called Eric Stanton, who I've looked up. I kind of recognise some of the images, actually. I'll try and put a few on screen. Kind of S&M themed, like graphic art, like cartoon stuff. Really good, like really stylised and really interesting. And you can tell exactly how that became what you see in the video. I love that a lot of her stuff is always inspired by like obscure artists that no one's ever heard of. She's so cultured, and she brings it into the mainstream with everything she does. So awesome. On YouTube as well, there's a little making of documentary that's only 5 minutes long. I think the picture quality looks really bad. I haven't watched it yet though, so I thought we could watch that together. Alright, so it's just listed as Madonna Human Nature Making of. Let's have a go.
The song is about basically saying, don't put me in a box, don't pin me down, don't tell me what I can and can't say, and it's about breaking out of restraint. So that's basically the point of the costume. They're very restricting,
Now, of course, the costumes are restrictive as well.
Latex,
not just the dance
leather,
routines.
vinyl. It's so much harder to do all the movements. You sort of have this pained expression on
Awesome,
your face all the time, which is good for the song.
I hadn't put that together, the latex is restrictive as
When I
well.
first called up Mondino and said that I wanted to do the video, I said that I wanted it to be more dance-oriented than any of the things that I had done before. And Mondino found this book by this illustrator named Stenton, who does kind of S&M drawings and stuff, but we didn't want to go for like this straight S&M. We wanted to have it be more about making fun of it.
I didn't know we could talk about sex. Did I stay too long?
Like, I wanted to leave rehearsal early every day.
Madonna. For the first time ever.
I used to be a real whip cracker, but I've changed. Age has mellowed me.
I didn't believe that.
Contusion.
Now that I'm a mother of 2 dogs, my whole attitude about life has changed.
It's very easy to work for Madonna.
The
Madonna's
dogs
not a
are
bitch.
awesome, by the way.
Yeah?
Okay, she's a bitch. You're not supposed to know that. No, I think that she's a perfectionist, But I think we're all perfectionists. That's why we're in this business.
No, do Stella. Look up to the sky and put your hand into a fist.
As God is my witness, I will never go hungry again.
Word. All right.
She coached me on that.
Yes. He taught me how to dance. I'm teaching him how to act.
Let's get unconscious, honey. Let's get unconscious.
Essentially, I wanted to make an R&B record, so I chose the people that I thought were the best R&B producers. Babyface, Dallas Austin, Dave Hall, and Nellie Hooper. No, it was really hard because I worked with so many different producers, and every time I'd go to a new producer, it took me at least 2 weeks to get into their groove of working, and I think the next record I do, I'm going to just work with one person. Do I think that artists belong to the public?
Yeah, exactly.
No. I think that's where everything goes wrong. I think that the public tends to get your work confused with you as a person. I think the public has a tendency to confuse the two and feel that because you are a popular artist or a celebrity that you don't have any rights. You don't have the right to eat dinner without being interrupted. You don't have the right to walk down the street without people following you. You don't have the right to have privacy, and I think that's bullshit. I'm not always in the spotlight. My work is in the spotlight. I tend to work a lot, so I always have things out there. The media and the public has a tendency to sort of like want to pay attention and have a say about every other area of your life, not just your work, and that's where you have to draw the line. Because, you know, I'm going to wear what I want to wear. I'm going to go to the restaurants I want to go to. I'm going to sleep with who I want to sleep with. And I want to have my own life. And you judge my work, but don't judge the rest of it.
Is that the girly show tour?
It was a really hard decision for me to decide not to go on tour because like I said, I really love this record and I want to perform it really badly, but I was offered the role of Evita, and if I would have gone on tour, I would have had to go on a short tour, would have cut it short, and I would have been going through the whole tour going, oh my God, I have to save my voice, I can't really sing full out, and it would have been 6 months of singing going into 6 months of singing, and I wasn't about to go into the studio and record the soundtrack of Evita before we actually shoot it without a voice. So I had to make that sacrifice. You know, I could get on stage and sing till I'm 80. I'm not going to be dancing on chairs and, you know, doing splits and, you know, patent leather outfits, but...
She might do that too. She might.
But, an artist can go forever as long as they have the inspiration.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
Do you want to know what a sin is? What's a sin? Being stupid and ignorant, that's a sin. You want to know what fear is? Keep your head there. Being stupid and ignorant, okay. And you want to know what envy is? All you people standing behind the camera.
That was great. She's very funny. I've got a lot of questions from that. So the shot of her on stage, like with a lot of nudity, is that from the Girly Show tour? Was that a very controversial tour? Did it feature a lot of nudity and stuff? The thing about judging her work but not the rest of it, and her having a private life, great stuff. Not enough people say that, and it's absolutely true. I've always thought I'd love to have shitloads of money, but to actually be famous would seem like the worst thing in the world. To be part of the royal family is like the worst kind of fame, but Madonna's fame is probably pretty hard to deal with as well. I also love that thing about how she won't be dancing on tables and in leather, whatever she said, when she's in her 80s. Well, she's not in her 80s now, and I haven't heard Madame X yet, but I'm about to react to the Dark Ballet video, and I don't think she's taking it easy. I like the fact that in the 90s she's kind of like, well, maybe I'll calm down a bit when I'm older, but actually an artist is going to keep on doing what they're going to keep on doing, and she's right. She's carried on doing that. I'm not sure if that album's any good, I haven't heard it yet, but she seems to be following her own path. She's still an artist. I was reading some comments of a live version of one of those tracks. I've not seen the video, and everyone was like, oh God, I wish she would just like sit on the stage with an acoustic guitar and sing songs. And maybe you think that too, but she's done that before. She's not the kind of person that will do something again if she's done it before. That's what an artist is, and I think that's why we need people like her around. Thank you for watching this. This should be on Patreon on Monday. Dark Ballet on YouTube maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. I might space them out a tiny bit just so I can get some other stuff on there too. So yeah, thanks a lot. Bye.